Ever wondered how America, the land of freedom and opportunities, came into existence? Let's take a leap back in time, and we find ourselves in a world populated by the first inhabitants of America, the Native Americans. These people had a rich and diverse culture with tribes scattered across the continent, each with their unique traditions, languages, and ways of life. They hunted, fished, farmed, and thrived on this land for thousands of years. Now, fast forward a bit to the year 1492. A certain Italian explorer by the name of Christopher Columbus set sail across the Atlantic, convinced he's found a new route to Asia. Oops! Little did he know he'd stumbled upon a whole new world. The arrival of Columbus and subsequent Europeans marked a significant turning point, transforming the face of the continent forever. So, the stage was set for the next chapter in American history, a period of exploration and colonization. Imagine leaving your home, venturing into the unknown, and creating a new society. Sounds exciting, right? Well, that's exactly what the European settlers did. They journeyed across the Atlantic, braving the perilous seas, and established 13 colonies on the eastern seaboard of what is now known as the United States. From the rocky shores of New England to the fertile plantations of Virginia, these colonies developed into thriving communities. Yet, as they grew, so too did their discontent with British rule. The colonists were a hardy bunch, not given to taking things lying down. They didn't fancy paying taxes to a king across the ocean who didn't really understand their needs. Key events began to stoke the fires of rebellion. The Boston Tea Party, for instance, was not actually a tea party at all. It was a political protest where colonists dumped 342 chests of British tea into the harbor. I guess they weren't fans of Earl Grey. As tensions escalated, the colonists made a bold move. On July 4, 1776, they signed the Declaration of Independence, effectively breaking up with King George III. It was a bit like a dramatic breakup text, but with more feathers and ink. With the cry of "No taxation without representation," the American Revolution was underway, marking the birth of a new nation. How far would you go to fight for what you believe is right? For America, it was a civil war. As the ink dried on the United States Constitution, the newly formed nation began its journey on the world stage. With the promise of freedom and prosperity, the country experienced a significant population boom. Immigrants from all corners of the world set sail for America, dreaming of a better life. The nation's borders expanded, the economy boomed, and soon a new, more complex America began to take shape. However, with growth comes growing pains. The nation was divided not just by geography, but by ideology. The question of slavery became a contentious issue that sparked fierce debates. In the North, industrialization was rapidly replacing the need for human labor. But in the South, the agricultural economy was heavily reliant on the institution of slavery. This ideological divide led to a series of events that would forever change the course of American history. The spark that ignited the Civil War was the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860. Lincoln, a vocal opponent of slavery, was seen as a threat to the Southern way of life. In response, 11 Southern states seceded from the Union, marking the start of the Civil War. The war was brutal and bloody, a stark reminder of the cost of freedom. Amidst the chaos, Lincoln made a bold move. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that all enslaved people in the Confederate-held territories were to be set free. It was a significant step towards the abolition of slavery, but the road to freedom was far from over. In the aftermath of the war, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, marking another dark chapter in American history. His death was a tragic loss, but his legacy lived on. His vision for a united America, free from the shackles of slavery, continued to inspire generations to come. With the end of the Civil War, America stepped into a new era, one of reconstruction and expansion. The nation had survived its darkest hour, and it was time to heal, to rebuild, and to strive for a better future. After all, that's what being American is all about, isn't it? Fast forward to the 20th century, a time when America became a global power. Let's begin with the two world wars, where America played a pivotal role. In the First World War, America entered late but made a significant impact, helping to tip the scales in favor of the Allies. The Second World War, however, was a whole different ballgame. America's involvement was crucial from the get-go. The nation's industrial strength was unleashed, producing a staggering amount of war materials. The end of the war saw America emerge as a dominant global power. Then came the Great Depression, a catastrophic economic downturn that hit America like a freight train. Stock prices plummeted, businesses failed, and millions of Americans were unemployed. But the country proved its resilience. The New Deal policies of President Franklin D. Roosevelt helped to revive the economy and restore faith in the American dream. Fast forward a few decades to the Civil Rights Movement. This was a time of tremendous social change. The fight for equality and justice was led by many brave individuals, including Martin Luther King Jr., who famously declared, "I have a dream." This era marked a significant shift towards a more inclusive America. Now let's jump into the technological advancements of the late 20th and early 21st century. America was at the forefront of this digital revolution. From the development of the internet to advances in space exploration, American innovation reshaped the world. Silicon Valley became the epicenter of technological innovation, birthing companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook that have since become household names. And here we are in the 21st century, where America continues to play a leading role on the global stage. Despite challenges and setbacks, the nation has managed to maintain its position as a beacon of hope and opportunity, influencing the world with its culture, ideals, and innovations. From a land discovered by accident to a global superpower, America's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating journey of America. From the first feet that treaded on virgin soil to the Revolutionary War heroes who fought for freedom. We've touched on the Civil War, a poignant chapter that tested the nation's unity, and we've delved into the present day, where the American spirit continues to be a beacon across the globe. As we continue to make history, one thing is certain: the story of America is a testament to the human spirit and its relentless pursuit of freedom and progress.